Hey, Guy, welcome again to the series from the book Buyers When Buyer Says No by Tom Hopkins and Ben Katt. I'm excited to share with you some of part of the books and some notes and ways that I sell. And today we're going to talk about did you establish and maintain sufficient rapport through your sales? So never forget that the first step in sales. Let's turn this off so we don't get interrupted. So yeah, let's not forget that the first step in sales process when you're meeting with a potential client is to establish rapport with them. This is a common courtesy and acceptable norm. It allows you to establish yourself as someone who is likable and on the side an expert in that they can really trust you, right? It's actually pretty critical to any selling situation to establish rapport before getting down to business. It's like such a crucial part that people tend to forget that part. If you fail to complete this step or skip it altogether, you will increase your chance of hearing the word no later in that process. So establishing real rapport is crucial to establishing your competent and credibility with buyers. So why report will increase your sales? Well, I'm sure you know the answer, but anyway, I'll bring it up because in most selling situations, the level of rapport you establish will directly affect your ability to close the sale. Buyers are more likely to answer your questions about their needs if they feel that their interest is at heart, right? Like what's the old saying? Know that they care about that you care about them, not that you care about you. There's a saying, it's not it, but I'm sure you get the point. So establishing rapport creates a comfort level that leads into a trust, and when rapport is actually established, people will pay more attention to you and what you have to offer them. They will also give you more credential to what you're saying and handling the question and concern that people might have, right? It's everywhere. So let's take it from the beginning of the sales appointment and see what we're doing right away and how we can improve in building that rapport. So once you're in face to face with the buyer, how do you begin the sales process? Well, first of all, let's bring this up. Smiling. This may seem weird or, you know, I don't know the word, trite. But you would be surprised at how few people have natural smiles on their face as they go about their day. Like maybe play this game by catching your reflection in the mirror or the window throughout a single day and count how many times a smile is there. And it doesn't count if you smile after your eyes make contact to your reflection. If you're not outwardly happy to meet with these potential people, you're starting the process with the deficit standpoint, right? So smiling is huge. The same strategy applies for telephone sales. Your smile can be heard in your voice, in your tonality. Like consider keeping a small mirror at your desk where you can glance at yourself several times through the day. Count how many times you catch yourself smiling or not smiling, perhaps. If the numbers weigh heavily on the non smiling side of things, then write the word smile in big capital and tape it at the bottom of your computer or somewhere where you're going to see it through the day. Then smile before you take or make the next call, right? It may be silly, but trust me, it's such a huge component. Two would be make small talk. Your goal is to discover subjects that are of an interest of your buyers and to enjoy a few minutes of informal chit chat. So this topic may include like the family, sports, pet, business, travels, cars, so on and so forth. But please, 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 unless there's something unusual going on, try to avoid the topic of weather. It's just too plain. And of course, no one knows how to change anything about the weather. So the conversation really never goes anywhere with that. So please stay away from that. Like ask them maybe like how's your day going and what like ask about their story. Like I do that all the time where if I meet a business owners, I'll ask them, so what got you started in this business? Like what's your story? Why do we encourage the value? Why do we encourage you to invest valuable time discussing about a non-business topic? It's because selling situations tend to generate a certain amount of skepticism or even fear in the mind of in the hearts of buyers. Um, so it's a learning reaction to the buyer and what's provided the building material for those walls of sales resistance, right? Like everybody have this like, oh, salesperson, there's a wall in front of them. So unfortunately, there's a lot of perception about sales and the representative, and most of them are unfortunately in the negative side. So your potential client have been told over the years about bad experience where someone made a mistake when spending their money, or that the salesperson took advantage of them, and not to trust salespeople. So just look at how the movie and TV portrays salespeople, and you will understand what I mean. I mean, building rapport helps you break down some of those fear barriers that most people have learned. But there's more than that, right? Strong salespeople like to invest a few minutes in letting buyers know that they see them as more than just a buyer, right? Um, for like salespeople, it allows them to like the opportunity to relax and to become more comfortable before getting down to business. So after a few days of task or traffic and time pressure, it's nice to take a deep breath and slow down for a couple minutes before really jumping into another sale, right? Like going too fast. So small talk is one of the two primary ways to establish rapport. The second way to establish rapport is through our nonverbal behavior. We'll cover that later on in another video. But meanwhile, remember this: rapport is the oil that runs the engine of persuasion. Rapport also buys you time to make your presentation and address the concern. By finding out more about that person, you can now present what they're looking for, or you can help them making that transition a lot more smoother. Rapport will also increase the probability for buyers when they like to want to do business with you because they believe you, they like you, they trust you, you have felt that they know you believe and you took the time to know them. Rapport grants you more forgiveness if you don't express yourself clearly and if you make a mistake. So those are the 4 points. So I hope that that makes sense. I hope you had value in this and that you can take that and start building more rapport with people and your potential clients around you. Have a good day wherever you are.